guys, welcome back to Stuff Steve Likes, and I was just thinking a little bit today about, I was actually talking to a customer yesterday and thinking about our discussion, and we were talking about buying replacement items, and he was really looking at a certain piece, and I was like, well, maybe I could just get the step below that. I'd save a little money, and it's pretty decent. It's almost the same thing. That type of thing, and I assured him, the step below was a great piece, and was something that he would enjoy and all that. But I did tell him a personal story about a lot of the equipment that I have, and how for so many years I bought replacement bass guitars and replacement watches, and how I ended up actually spending a lot more money in the long run because let's say I always wanted a Padula bass, fretless bass, and a Ken Smith bass. Those are the two basses that I wanted. Ever since high school, I wanted those. And, I lived in a small town, so we didn't have a really big music shop that would carry anything like that. So, and I didn't want to mail order anything, and not only that, but they were very expensive. Like there were a lot of things that kind of got in my way. But as I went through college and into my early career and stuff, I had opportunities to pick them up, but I was always just one, I don't know if you want to call it like one step behind, or whatever the term is, but I just always was like, well, I'll get this one in the meantime, and it'll serve its purpose and everything, and it does. But there is something about saving up and just waiting for what you really want. And I think that what we do in the meantime is to kind of fill that void, which is something I've spoke on a little bit in one of my previous videos. Is we try to find happiness in our stuff and in our collecting, but we keep falling short of being satisfied with what we have. And of course, we're talking first world problems here, but it's that's kind of where we're at. You're like, wow, I always wanted this Doxa. I always wanted a Doxa watch. I always loved watching Jacques Cousteau as a kid, and it was just like I wanted a Doxa because it's what he wore, it's what his son wore, and I just wanted one, but I never got the opportunity, and you usually have to order them and so forth. And so I had all these barriers to getting a Doxa, but of course the real problem was that I would get a little bit of money, and I'd be like, wow, I really want that Doxa, but this Seiko Turtle kind of has the cushion case sort of like the Doxa, and it's still a well-respected watch and all that. And this Vostok watch, it's only $100, and it has kind of a similar dial and a similar handset and all that. So I guess I'll get the Vostok, and we end up not being patient enough to just get our stuff together and get what we really want. And yeah, it's going to take more time, but you're going to be so much more satisfied when you get what you really want. And my dream came true with my Padula fretless bass. I have a video on that. It's the blue bass, and I got that a long time ago. I got that like a decade ago. I've had that for a long time, and man, it's just such an incredible instrument. I've been so satisfied with it. But I still had that other bass, the Ken Smith bass, and they're very expensive. And one popped up a few years ago, a used one, and I ended up driving down to Houston, driving 8 hours round trip to go down, play it, make a decision, buy it, come back, And I did, and man, I'm so glad that I did. I've been so happy with that instrument. Happy enough to where I actually sold one of my other favorite instruments to kind of finance it, essentially. And that's what I ended up having to do with this Doxa. One came up locally here, and it kind of blew my mind. I was like, I can't believe that somebody's selling one. They're just kind of a rare piece, to find on your local forum. And so I ended up selling all of my replacement watches, or not all of them, but most of my replacement watches to fund this, and I did sell a few other things as well. But man, I'm so happy that I did, and I think that if I would have just saved that money, I actually could have had the Doxa maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. It's just, you don't think about the consequences of getting a little bit of money. Okay, I got to scratch the itch. I've got to get something that's kind of like it. I've got to get something that's maybe not quite as good, but kind of scratches the itch. And this could go for anything. We'd end up settling, and then we're not happy, and then we end up with a drawer full of replacements where you'd be much more happy just having maybe 2 or 3 pieces, that are exactly what you wanted. And I think that that's where I'm at now, is hopefully, because we never learn, do we? We always fall into the trap. We always fall into the trap of buying replacement pieces, something that's almost as good, something that's kind of like it, but it's not the real thing. And so I'm hopefully going to learn from this and realize that buying replacements is never the way to go. Be an adult, be a grown-up, save your money, wait for the right opportunity, and then get what you want. And you're going to be so much more happy. You're not going to undergo all the stress of having this huge collection that you're really not that happy with, rather than having a small collection that's easier to deal with, but are the actual pieces that you have really wanted for a long time. And I hope this video helps. It's kind of more for me than for you guys, maybe, but I wonder if you guys feel the same way, that you're kind of in that trap, in that kind of brain fog of having a lot of pieces that are almost what you want, but not quite there, and trying to fight your way out of that, and really working on getting the actual kind of dream piece that you've been wanting. So anyway, I've lived it. I'm so happy with this Doxa. I'm so happy with my bass guitars that I have now. They're what I've always wanted, and now I feel kind of this relief that I don't have to pursue those things anymore. And not that I had to pursue them in the first place. Again, like I said, we're talking first world problems here, but it is nice to just get what you want and just be done with it. There's an old saying that says, buy once, cry once. Okay, you buy once and it's expensive and it kind of hurts and whatever, but then you're just done with it. You're satisfied, you're happy, you got what you wanted. And if you buy quality, you only have to buy one time. These items can serve you for a lifetime. So that's basically the video. I know I rambled a little bit, but I appreciate you guys listening to me kind of work out my own psychosis here, and I know that a lot of you are the same way. So hope this helps, and we'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.